Hello everyone, welcome to today's session, that is what is Python and why learn it. Now if I told you that you could build a website, analyze millions of rows of data, train an AI model and automate your boring work tasks all using one programming language, would you believe me? Well, that language is Python, and in the next 11 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what it is, where it came from, where it's used in the real world, and we are going to write and run actual Python code together, even if you have never coded a single line in your life. So let's get into it. Now, if you come over here, that is on why Python. So Python is a high level general purpose programming language. General purpose programming language. Now, if you think about it and try to understand about high level, then my question is, what do you mean by high level? When you say Python is a high level, then my question is, what do you mean by high level? Now, according to me, high level means it's written in a way that's close to human language, not machine code. You don't need to manage memory or write cryptic symbols. You write something close to plain English, and Python handles that complicated stuff underneath. Now, if you just focus on this particular part, that is general purpose. Now, if I again ask you that, what do you mean by general purpose? Then what do you think about it? In my purpose, in my opinion, sorry about that, in my opinion, general purpose means it is not built for just one job. Unlike a language made only for websites, Python can do almost anything, which is exactly why it's exploded in popularity. Python's official philosophy is captured in something called the Zen of Python. And one of its most famous lines is simple is better than complex. Now, this one sentence basically explains why millions of beginners pick Python as their first language. Now, let's get to the another slide and talk about its a little bit of history. Right. Now, Python was created by a Dutch programmer named Guido van Rossum, and he started working on it in December 1989 and releasing it publicly in 1991. Now, many would wonder that Python is named or might be named after snake, but it's not that so. Python isn't named after snake. Guido was a fan of British comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus, and that's where this name comes from. He designed Python with one main goal. He designed Python with one main goal in his mind, and that was code readability. Code readability. At that time, many languages were dense and hard to read. Hard to read. Python flipped that. Python flipped that. It uses indentation and clean syntax to force code to look organized. Since then, Python has gone through major versions. First, it was not first, then after 1991, it was Python version 2, then Python version 3. With Python 3 being the modern standard we use today. We use today. Let's get into the next slide and try to understand where Python is used. Now, Python is used in three major areas. One is web development, data science and analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, and scripting. Let's come over here. Web development. Now, the first major area that is web development that says Python powers some of the biggest websites in the world. Frameworks like Django and Flask let developers build web applications quickly. Django, Flask. Companies like Instagram and Spotify have used Python in their backend systems. So if you ever scrolled Instagram, Python's code has touched that experience. Another major area which is being very used nowadays is in data science and analytics. Now, this is one of the Python's biggest strengths with libraries like pandas, numpy, and matplot library. Python can't Python can take messy spreadsheets and raw numbers and turn them into clean insights and visual charts. Data analysts and scientists use Python daily to make sense of huge datasets, the kind no human could read manually. Then here comes AI and machine learning. This is where Python truly dominates. Python truly dominates. Almost every major AI breakthrough you hear about, chatbots, image recognition, recommendation systems, is built using Python libraries like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and scikit-learn. If you want to work in AI, Python isn't optional, it is essential. And finally, automation. This is Python's superpower for everyday productivity. Want to rename 500 files automatically? Scrape data from a website? Send automatic emails? Python scripts can do repetitive tasks in seconds that would take a human hours. Now, let me show you a live demo over here. Now I have Python installed on my system. And I'm going to open a simple text file and we are going to write the most famous line of code in programming history. Now let's save this as hello.py. Okay, and now run it. So I've opened a terminal. Let me open a fresh terminal for you so that you understand what I'm doing over here. I've opened a fresh terminal and now I write, wait, I think there's something. Wait, wait, wait. Let me write. Let me write it again. Right. Mm, let me create a new folder. Testing Python. Okay. And save it as again. Hello.py. Okay. Now I come over here. Testing Python. Uh, I open a VS Code to start with a fresh terminal. Start with a fresh terminal over here. Okay. Now I typed Python hello dot py. Now see, do you see over here? Hello world, right? Printed right to my screen, and you just did it in Python. Now let's make it slightly more interesting and let's ask for someone's name and greet them personally. Now let me open the notepad over here, the same file. I can open it over here and let me change the script name is to input. Uh, what is your name? Okay, print f string hello name. Welcome to Python. Okay, now let me save it. Control F and you can save it. Now let me run this file again. Python hello.py. Okay, now it's asking yours name. You can write your name. I'm putting it my name, and it says hello Saurabh, welcome to Python. So 3 lines of code, and Python just had a conversation with you. That's the simplicity I was talking about earlier. So the question comes, why should you specifically learn Python? You know, why should you specifically learn Python? Why you should specifically learn Python? Why? Point number one is the job market. Now, Python consistently ranks as one of the most in demand programming languages across data and AI roles. That's why you should learn Python. Second is the learning curve. Python is widely considered as the easiest language for beginners. The syntax reads almost like English, which means you spend less time fighting the language and solving more complex problems. Third, the community. Now, Python has one of the largest developer communities on earth. You stuck on a problem, someone has probably already solved it and posted the answer. So, this was all about Python and why you should learn it. I hope this has helped you, and make sure that this is going to help you while implementing or while doing a lot of web development framework, data analytics, or AI machine learning. And moreover, I would say this is one of the best languages if you are learning AI and machine learning, even generative AI and agentic AI. So, if you have any questions or any comments, just put it in and I would be more happier to answer you. And I would love if you have liked it and you can subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you in the next lesson, okay, where we will go deeper into the Python fundamentals. So, thank you and happy learning.